At my sister's wedding in Atlanta, I found my name erased, yes to bride, optional, on the seating chart. She laughed. More room for my real friends. By the time the cake was cut, I'd canceled her payments, but the real bombshell was already hitting her phone. I'd been covering her rent for 14 months straight. Every month, the same text. Just until I get back on my feet, Em. I promise this is the last time. And every month, I'd send $1,950 by midnight, watching my savings disappear while I ate ramen to make it work. When she got engaged last March, I thought it'd stop. Instead, 3 weeks later, she called sobbing at 11 p.m. The venue wanted $4,200 by morning, or they'd give her slot to another couple. I transferred my entire emergency fund at 6 a.m., telling myself this was investing in family. Then the dress alterations, $890. The photographer, $1,200. The florist, $800. The cake, $600. Her car note twice, $520 each, so she wouldn't default before her Bali honeymoon. I kept a spreadsheet. Every dollar, every broken promise. The total hit $23,000. I told myself she'd pay me back after the wedding. Standing by the gift table, staring at my crossed-out name, something inside me snapped. The ballroom buzzed with that $200 jazz band I'd helped pay for. My hands shook as I grabbed my phone. I opened our text. Her message from yesterday glowed back. You're the best sister ever. Couldn't have done this without you. With 3 hearts. I stared until it blurred. Then I canceled everything. Rent transfers, gone. Netflix, logged out. Hulu, canceled. Each tap felt like breathing after holding my breath for 14 months. But that wasn't the real move. I'd been screenshotting everything. Every Venmo with her desperate captions. Every text promising it was the final time. Every voice message crying about her struggles while I worked 50-hour weeks keeping us afloat. I opened Instagram and found her wedding hashtag, the one plastered on every napkin. She'd posted 47 photos of her perfect day, her perfect life I'd bankrolled. I created a photo dump. Every screenshot chronological. Venmo receipts, texts, bank transfers, the spreadsheet showing $23,000 in 14 months. I wrote the caption carefully. So grateful I could make this happen for you, sis. 23K, well spent. Here's to new beginnings. I tagged her, Jake, his parents, who'd spent all night bragging about funding their son's fairy tale wedding. I posted at 8:47 p.m., right when the first dance started. Her phone lit up mid-twirl. The notifications flooded. Her smile died. She pulled her phone from her dress and went white, color draining in 3 seconds flat. She froze completely. Jake kept swaying, confused, and his phone buzzed. His mother's, his father's, all 4 standing there, screens glowing, faces shifting from joy to horror. Jake's mom looked up first, scanning until her eyes locked on mine. Pure mortification, worth every cent. I grabbed my coat, the band-aid on, guests laughed, oblivious the fairy tale was imploding. I walked slowly to the exit, past the $400 ice sculpture, past the open bar, past 8 tables of her real friends who hadn't known I existed until 90 seconds ago. My phone erupted before I reached the doors. Lauren, Jake, 3 unknown calls, probably his parents. I silenced it, dropped it in my purse, and pushed through into the cold November night. Behind me, the music stopped mid-song. Lauren's voice cut through the silence, shrill and panicked. Em, where are you? We need to talk now. I kept walking to my car, heels clicking on the pavement. My phone wouldn't stop. Text after text lighting up my purse. I could picture her in there. Wedding ruined. Jake's family seeing exactly who'd paid for their precious fairy tale. The valet brought my car around. A kid, maybe 19, who'd probably seen 100 weddings at this venue. You leaving early, ma'am? Best part's coming up. Already saw it, I said, and handed him a 20. I drove home in silence, phone still buzzing in the passenger seat. When I finally looked, there were 47 missed calls. Lauren's Instagram was private now. Too late, though. Her 300 wedding guests had already seen everything. The next morning, my mom called. What did you do? Lauren's a mess. Jake's parents are threatening to annul the marriage. You've humiliated her. I sipped my coffee. She humiliated me first, Mom, for 14 months. My mom went quiet. Then, how much did you give her? $23,000. I sent her the spreadsheet. She didn't call back for 3 days. When she did, she just said, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Lauren tried reaching out 2 weeks later. A long email about misunderstandings and wedding stress and how we're family. She never mentioned paying me back. I deleted it without responding. Jake's parents sent a check for $4,200, the venue deposit, with a note. We didn't know. This doesn't fix it, but it's a start. I cashed it. 6 months later, I saw Lauren's marriage announcement in the paper. Not her wedding, her divorce. Turns out Jake's family had thoughts about starting a marriage built on lies. I didn't feel happy about it, just tired, but my savings account was rebuilding, and my name wasn't optional anymore.